Oh boy, it's been exactly 3 weeks since the Soundcore Space 2 arrived at the studio, and I've been on and off living with them to see if they actually live up to the massive buzz they generated at MWC 2026. And let's be clear, as always, since there is a lot of buzz, I wanted to see if there's any truth underneath or if it's just some kind of marketing blah blah. And yeah, spoilers ahead, these are really good. You may ask yourself, what's the main reason for all of this hype? Well, a spec sheet that reads like a flagship killer for $129.99 price tag, what Soundcore is actually calling a performance monster in its price segment. So without any blah blah, any typical YouTube click on this or that, let's actually get directly into it. Design and build, let's call it girlfriend approved. First up, design. I've been testing the mint green version and it looks fantastic. It's got this sleek matte finish that actually feels premium, and the lines all around the headphones are smooth and rounded without being, let's call it, generic. In fact, it's so good looking that as soon as my girlfriend saw them, she wanted them immediately. I actually had to hold her off and tell her she couldn't have them, of course, until the review was finished. Well, the review is done now, so they officially belong to her. But beyond the looks, there's real engineering here. According to Soundcore's data sheets, they use data from over 2,000 head profiles to ensure uniform pressure distribution. The ear cuffs are 64 by 45 millimeters, which is quantifiably larger than the industry standard, to ensure full over-ear coverage with zero cartilage contact. And that's actually the first thing my girlfriend said when she put them on. The fit is much better than most other headphones. And this great fit, combined with the upgraded protein leather and the slow rebound memory foam all around the headphones, made me wear them for a solid 6-hour session without zero ear fatigue, which actually doesn't happen too often. Even the headband uses the same ultra soft foam to distribute the weight evenly across your head. And I have to say, it actually feels good. At least, well, on my shaven head. I used them for 2 weeks now and haven't had any issues with the fit or anything else. Oh, and speaking of 2 weeks, I only recharged them once since getting them. They have the battery life for that actually, which is just ridiculous. We're talking about 50 hours with ANC on and 70 hours with it off. In my testing, those numbers are almost a real deal. I got about 45 hours out of ANC listening out of them, and quick charge is fast as well. If you run them dry, a 5-minute quick charge gets you 4 hours of playback. ANC, well, let's get a bit more technical on this. Let's talk about the meat of any new modern consumer-oriented headphones. The active noise cancelling. Soundcore itself is pushing something they call a 4-stage, well, architecture. Most headphones at this price point use basic tech that kills a good amount of office chatter. The Space 2 uses an optimized acoustic chamber with they call it specific bass duct cavity, designed to actually kill low frequency noise between 80 and 200 Hz. The exact range for airplane engines and subway motors. And if you are the same as me, you're wondering what a bass duct cavity is, yeah, let's keep it actually simple. Think of the bass duct cavity as a physical muffler built into the headphones hardware to actually trap low-end noise. Instead of just relying on software like most other headphones, this specifically shaped chamber physically captures and weakens deep rumbles like airplane engines or bus motors, subway motors, whatever, before they reach your ear. This mechanical shortcut lets the digital ANC focus on, well, the tricky stuff, giving you way better silence without making the processor work over time. Of course, if you are the same as me, I couldn't test this on an airplane myself, but the airplane of the small people is the subway, so I hopped on it and tested it there. And yeah, it is really good for a mid-budgeted headphone. But as always, high frequency noise is still there, not that much, but it's audible. But low frequencies were almost completely gone. Something not typical on a mid-range headphone. Also interesting, since my girlfriend wears glasses and usually the gap between the frames and the cushion ruins the ANC seal. But the ANC inside the Space 2 detects that leak in real time and automatically adjusts the cancellation to compensate. It's a level of engineering you usually only see in products that typically cost double the price of this or more. On the sound side, well, they didn't cut any corners. These are high-res certified, which is normal on $130 headphones. They support the standard LDAC at 990 kilobytes per second. They are transmitting 3 times the data rate of standard Bluetooth. They also support high-res wireless, retaining those, let's call it, ultrasonic harmonies that most headphones just discard. In practice, this means the sound is good, it is powerful, and it is punchy. Not killer punchy, but punchy. The drivers provide a low end with real impact, so you hear rumbles, you hear the bass that doesn't muddy the mids. Whether you're listening to complex metal tracks like mostly I do, or electronic music, pop music, the separation in my opinion is sharp, the audio is good, and I actually like it quite a lot. It's not the best of course, but that's not expected from a mid-budget headphone. I want good, enjoyable audio, and that's actually what I got. And if you use the soundcore app, you get a custom equalizer and Hear ID personalization to tune it exactly to your ears if you like to. I wasn't tuning it, I actually was using the sound that came out of the box, and I liked it. So now for something that is a bit weird, but I have experience with it, I call it the nap mode. For travelers, soundcore, I think it's the first time, maybe I'm wrong, included something they call a nap mode. It's one tap in the app that triggers the built-in soundscapes like a rainstorm, a blizzard, a rainy park, and more. Because the funny thing is, the audio is stored directly on the headphones. It works in full airplane mode without needing a data connection, which is interesting for an over-ear headphone. I already experienced something similar on soundcore sleep buds, and I liked it for sleeping, and now you can actually have this feature on your over-ear headphones as well. And funny enough, it even automatically blocks incoming calls while active, so actually no one disturbs you while you have your deserved rest. So here's my conclusion. The soundcore Space 2, yeah, the question I asked at the beginning, is it actually a performance monster like soundcore claims? For $129.99, the value offered is undeniable. You are getting almost flagship level ANC architecture, lossless audio support, and the battery runtime that actually won't quit. Soundcore has managed to refine almost everything that matters for sound and silence 2.5 years after the Space 1. From me and obviously my girlfriend, this is a recommendation if you're looking for a new headphone. But what do you guys think? Is the ANC enough to make you skip the big name brands? Let me know in the comments. If you found this review helpful, a like and a subscribe would be awesome. Thanks for watching. My name is Leech and I'm off writing the next scripts, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day, see you around, and goodbye.